How's it going tonight, guys? Welcome to this week's episode of Friday Motivation. Okay, I'm stoked about tonight, guys. I've been kind of going along this series. A couple weeks back was all about being a lion. It was lions versus gazelles, and the fact that we all want to be lions in whatever we're doing. We all want to dominate. We all want to really just have that mindset of success, that mindset of being who we need to be in order to really just become a lion in whatever field we're going after. Okay? And then last week, I talked about the difference between competing and domination. All right? And the fact that we don't want to just compete. When we compete, we have to go, we have to work it all the way to the very end. And we're working till the deadline to meet our goals. But whenever we dominate, everything is for sure. When we walk into, to use a sports analogy again, when you dominate your competition, by the end of the first half, the game's over. The team comes back second half, and it's more about, well, let's not lose so bad when you dominate. And that's how I want you to treat your life. That's how I want you to treat your goals. That's how I want you to treat business, family, everything. Dominate in everything that you do, guys. And this week, moving forward along with domination, something so vital, something so important for domination, and that is consistency. Anybody can dominate for a short amount of time. Anybody can come out in a game and dominate for the first quarter. Okay? How many people saw the Super Bowl not too long ago? Okay? It was a couple months back, but Falcons came out. They dominated. They did phenomenal to start with. But where were they the second half? Yeah, they did. They showed up first half, but they weren't there the second half. They weren't consistent. Guys, and I want you to really think about this, okay? I want you to think about your goals. I want you to think about what you're chasing after right now, okay? But before we even continue on with the rest of this, I want you to have it in your mind, because if you don't know what you're chasing, if you don't know what your goal is, if you don't know what your dream is, and the reason that you get up each and every morning, then there's no point in understanding the principles behind success. Because you'll know it, but you won't ever apply it to anything. And I want you to take what you learn and apply it in your life, so that way you go from a level that you're at now, a good level. Maybe you're doing great, okay? But I want you to go from great to extraordinary. I want you to take it the next level up. I want you to be somebody you've never been before, and I want you to be able to start accomplishing goals that you've never thought possible before. All right, guys? And so I got this quote that's always been stuck in my head because a mentor told it to me a long time ago. Probably I say a long time ago, 3-4 years ago, okay? And this was really kind of the start down my personal development. So in retrospect, this is a long time ago, because it was, the very beginning of me going down this path. All right, and the quote that he used was, "Much rain wears the marble." Much rain wears the marble. Okay? And you might be sitting there thinking, like, that's great. That's awesome that much rain wears the marble. But Jonathan, I'm not really the greatest at my field. I'm not the smartest person. I don't have the most skills. I know a lot of people that are better than me. And that might be true. There's people in my field. I'm in business. I'm obviously a speaker as well. I do a lot of different things. But I wouldn't say I'm the best. You don't see my name up there with Tony Robbins, with Eric Thomas, with John Maxwell, and you don't see my name up there with them. But it doesn't mean I'm not going to be consistent day in and day out, improving myself and becoming better and better. Much rain wears the marble. I'm going to put more out there. I'm going to go out. I'm going to help more people consistently. And that's what's going to help me be able to have a bigger impact. And I'm not talking about being like competitive or not. I'm not talking about being popular or being, the most liked speaker. I'm just talking about impacting people's lives, changing their lives, helping them to go out there and accomplish their goals. All right? So for myself, to use myself as an example, Not the smartest, not the best, not the most skilled, not the most widely known. You might be sitting there in whatever field you're in as well. I'm not the greatest, Jonathan. I don't have everything. That's okay. All right? But the quote doesn't say a giant bucket of water dumped on top of the marble wears it. No, it says much rain wears the marble. That means that small drops consistently over time. You might have just a little bit of skill, but that counts as a small drop. And you drip and drip and drip and drip over and over and over. Before you know it, that marble is wearing away. I don't know if any of you guys have ever seen the Grand Canyon, okay? Look up pictures of it. I've seen pictures of it. It's amazing. It's breathtaking. And it was carved out by water. And it wasn't carved out by all of a sudden just one giant splash of water went through the Grand Canyon and oh, there's the Grand Canyon. It was consistent wear down of the rocks and the mountains there, okay? It was consistently being worn down by the water. Over time, it took years and years for that to happen. All right? And so many people want to go out there. They want to learn all these skills. They want to learn all these phrases to use. They want to be the best in their field, and that's great. I do want you to be the best. But you don't need to be the best before you can be successful. You don't need to be the best before you can have a lion's mentality. You don't need to be the best before you go out there and create success and dominate in your field. All right? What you need to do is you need to be consistent. You need to have a plan of action and be consistent with it. Day in and day out, waking up, sticking with your plan, doing what you need to be doing. If you're reaching out to customers, if you're reaching out to potential business partners, whatever it is for you, you need to be doing that every single day. And you need to be consistent with it, disciplined with it. And that's the huge thing. When you do that, okay, when you take those small steps, you'll see a huge breakthrough. Okay, like I said, everybody's trying to learn all these skills. Everybody's trying to take the bucket of water, splash it on the marble, wear it down. They're trying to say, oh, I learned all these skills. I went and put in 2 days of super hard work. I went in and put in 2 weeks of super hard work. Where's my breakthrough? It's not here yet. And it doesn't work like that. If that's what you're expecting, if you thought you put in the work and you're like, Jonathan, I've been going hard at it for a week, 2 weeks, for a month, 2 months. Where's my breakthrough? It doesn't happen that fast. It doesn't. You might be thinking, well, I've seen other people have that breakthrough that fast. They didn't have that breakthrough. Not in a month or something. Every overnight success is years in the making. Everything that we think. There's people that I see. I'll be right there with you, okay? I'll be honest with you. I've seen people that I was like, wow, how nice would it be to have success like they had. It just happened. Even to this day, there's times where my mind will slip and I'll think that. I'll say, whoa, I wish I could have had the success they had as fast as they had it. But they didn't really have it that fast. Because I didn't see all the work, all the sweat, the tears, the blood that was shed behind the scenes. Something that they did when it wasn't popular, when they weren't successful, when they weren't famous, when they weren't making the big money, when they weren't living in the mansion, driving the nice cars, on stage, whatever it is, with that appearance of success. I didn't see all the pre-work that went into it. All I see is all of a sudden, whoa, 2 months into starting your business, your business is hitting $1 million in revenue? Whoa, what's going on? They put in years of work, years of preparation for that, guys. And that's the same thing with yourself. You can't be expecting some giant breakthrough just because you put in 2 weeks or 2 months of work. You gotta stick with it. Jim Rohn talks about a very important principle for success. He says you need to find a few things that you can do, okay? A few things that you can do consistently over time, and you'll become a great success. Okay, he talks about the importance behind that. He says success is easy. He said the thing that made him successful was doing a few simple things, a few easy things every day consistently. Okay, just like the rain. He said easy, simple things, guys. Rain is simple, okay? But he said he did it consistently. And he said the reason that some people don't create success is because the things that are easy to do are also easy not to do. So you might be going after your success for 2 weeks, 2 months at it, okay? 2 years maybe. You're going after it. You're putting in the work. You're grinding. You're working hard. You're putting your mind in the right zone. You're doing everything you should be doing. And it's easy to keep being consistent, but then all of a sudden you start to slip. And it's so easy to fall out of your habits. So easy to fall out of the disciplines that you've set for yourself every day. And as soon as you slip up, as soon as you slip on your consistency, life says, there we go, you're not ready for success. And you just justified life in holding off success from you. Okay, we've all heard the quote, I don't fear a man who's practiced 1,000 kicks one time. I fear a man who's practiced one kick 1,000 times. Find your few simple daily principles. Find the few things that you can do that will move you towards success. Now, I'm not saying you pick simple things because they're simple or easy things because they're easy. What I'm saying is pick a few things that are going to take you towards your goal. A few things. Find a mentor. Say, hey, if you had to boil it down to 3 or 4 daily activities that should be done, what are they? Just find a couple, 3 or 4 things, 2, 3 things. And you don't need a lot, guys. But what you do need is to be consistent. All right? And then you go out and you practice those couple of things, a handful of things. Okay, just a couple of things. You practice it over and over and over, and you do it over and over and over. And when you do that, all of a sudden, you're deadly. When it comes to goals, you set a goal, you knock it down. You set another goal, you just killed it. Okay, the sports analogy again. You step out onto that field, quarter 1, game's over. Game is over. It's so far out of reach that the other team is like, there's no way. They could go sit down and let us run the whole time and we still won't score enough to win. When you get yourself into those daily actions, guys, it's so simple. It really is so simple for you to take yourself and to dominate, to take yourself and to be a lion, to have that mentality. To not run from everything like a gazelle does, but to be a lion and to really take life for what you deserve. Guys, one more key thing about consistency. Okay, something that I see all the time. So many people want to make it to the top. So many people say they want to be the best. They want to be awesome. They want to be, the top earner in their company. They want to be the best salesman. They want to be the best closer. They want to be the best real estate agent. They want to be the best weightlifter, the best sprinter, sports player, whatever it is that you want to be. All right? They say that. They say, I want to be the best. And as soon as they get there, as soon as they get to be the best, they coast. They say, hey, I'm good. I don't have any issues now. I'm at the top. I've arrived. I have arrived. And they lose their consistency. They lose those disciplines. They say, hey, I'm here already. Why do I need my disciplines? My disciplines were there to get me to the top. Well, I'm at the top, so I'm good. Wrong. If you get to the top, great. If that's your only goal, fine. if you want to stay at the top, if you want to continue to be a big earner, if you want to continue to be a sports all-star, if you want to continue to be phenomenal, to be extraordinary in whatever you're doing, you've got to stay consistent even when everything has been given to you, even when you think you haven't made, even when you think you've arrived. You've got to stay consistent. You've got to say, no matter what, I'm going to stick with my daily disciplines. And you have those same simple disciplines that you're doing day in and day out. Day in and day out. And at this point, they're easy. It's like tying your shoes. All you got to do is bend down, and all of a sudden your hands, they know exactly what to do. They start tying, done. You don't even, if you tried to tell me, hey, tell me all the steps tying your shoes, you might be like, well, I got to go in and I got to do them so that way I can tell you each step individually. Okay? That's because your mind is there already. That's the same thing with your disciplines. But you've got to let yourself keep doing it. You cannot tie your shoe. You can walk around all day without it being untied, because it does take the effort of bending down to tie your shoe. But as soon as you get down there, it's done. It's a done deal. Your shoe's tied, no thoughts after that. Let that be like your disciplines. Let that be like your day. Just start the day. Bend down, so to speak. Start the day doing your activities. All of a sudden, before you know it, they're done. All of a sudden, before you know it, you've accomplished them, you're finished, and you don't even have to worry about it anymore for the rest of the day. And you've done your simple disciplines to keep you up on top. You've done your disciplines to keep you growing. You've done your disciplines to keep you being great, to keep you dominating. And then you can go relax a little. You know, even a lion. You guys ever watch, Animal Channel? You ever watch anything on the African safari? Okay? Even a lion isn't chasing gazelle all day, every day. They take breaks. They go lay down. They bask in the sun. I don't know, whatever they want to do, really. They just relax. And you can have the same thing. As long as you're as disciplined as a lion is. I hope that you guys love this. I hope that this brought some value to you and that you really understand the importance of consistency. I hope that you understand the importance of creating those daily habits and the fact that if you do that over time, you will see success. You will dominate. You will be on top and you will stay on top if you allow yourself to be consistent and if you allow yourself to really hone in on those few skills that you need to do consistently. Guys, remember, much rain wears the marble. Right? Now go out there and start being like the rain. Just drip constantly, over and over and over, day in and day out. Go out there and be consistent. And you will be a lion. You will dominate. You will be extraordinary. And remember, the difference between ordinary and extraordinary is just the little extra. You guys have a great night. Thanks for joining me.